love me, Matthew?
I do.
Honestly?
Yes. Secretly, but honestly.
No more secrets.
Welcome to the Manhole. I'm your host, DJ Kevy Kev. In this particular video, we're going to be talking about, can a woman raise a boy to be a man? Can a woman raise a boy to be a man? And the easy answer to that question is no. Women can't raise boys to be men. Point blank. I know a lot of y'all guys, a lot of women will argue me down and come up with all kind of examples of, oh yeah, my mama raised my brothers and they turn out to be good men, they turn out to be this and that, and they raising children, all that stuff. And I commend women for taking over the role of trying to be a mother in absence of the father, and you're doing the best you can. It's a lot of guys out there that raise daughters and they doing the best they can. Ain't no woman gonna teach no boy how to be a man. And the reason why is because when a woman is raising a son, the son starts to pick up the woman traits and ways, the feminine traits and ways of his mama. And how that happens is when a son, children, especially when they're in that age from like 1 to 7, they're in what they call a recording stage. And then after that, they become things that they've learned have to be undone through habits. And you see, once a son hangs around his mama and recognize how she deal with emotions, how she deal with problems, the pettiness, he's going to pick up that pettiness and he's always going to be in his emotions. She's going to teach him how to be a man from a woman's point of view, how to deal with women from a woman's point of view. Now, the only time women tend to look at it from a man's point of view is when something bad is happening to their son. When a woman is doing something to their son, then the light bulb come on. Then they be like, oh, okay, man, no, that ain't right. Oh, hell no. But as long as ain't nobody doing nothing to their son, then their ideas are skewed. And as long as a boy is hanging around with girls and their mom, the way they handle situation is going to be slightly different from what a man would handle. And it's going to mostly be with emotions. And if you notice, that's why guys tend to be more violent, because petty shit and the way women handle petty things, men don't handle shit like that. So if you got a guy that handles petty differences and arguments like women, they become very violent. I want y'all to notice this. Whenever you bring up a topic especially when it comes to relationship, we'll just use this as a starting point. If you're talking about a relationship and you make a point, then the woman makes a point. Then you counter her point. 9 times out of 10, if she really disagree with you, she's going to start getting upset and her emotions is going to start coming into the argument. And if it really gets heated, she's going to start name calling you. Now notice, whenever you have an argument with a guy, and I mean, you're not shooting shots at each other as far as in a name calling derogatory way. You basically trying to build your argument on the point that you're making. You're trying to make a point, and the point is about the topic or the subject, whatever you're discussing. After a while, a couple of back and forth, the guy starts to get emotional. He starts to want to win the argument. He starts to want to name calling you. Why? Because he got that shit from his mother. 9 times out of 10, if you have a disagreement with a guy and y'all not just on a point, on a topic, it could be about politics. Notice how long it's gonna go before he start getting into his emotion. Notice how touchy-feely he gonna start getting. Even if he just say and hey, sometimes, man, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes y'all, he could be raised by his father. And if his father got that same mentality, then guess what? He gonna have that feminine energy. And it's a dangerous energy when it's inserted into a man. Because you got that feminine energy mixed with testosterone, it ain't gonna work, because then it's gonna get violent. And guys, we handle our problem most of the time physically. See, women don't fight it out like men. Just notice when women are little girls and they get into an argument, man, that shit could last for years. Man, we go out back, we go out on the playground, cause somebody gonna leave with a busted nose, swole up lip. Then we be right back at each other's house playing PlayStation, man. Shit, you don't watch it 2 days, 3 days later, man, we might get into it by something else. Punch each other upside the head again. But we're going to be right back playing. Man, women will drag that bullshit out forever, man. And see, when you got a little boy watching that's how they'll start to act. They'll start to act just like their mom, man. Very confrontational. They're always in their feelings. Sometimes they might not even be confrontation or confrontational. They just get in their feelings real easy. They start getting emotional about every little petty little thing. And that's what a man that's what a little boy picks up from his mother. Now, look, man, some women ain't got no choice but to raise their son. They ain't got no choice. And I will give them credit for that. But to sit up here and say, oh yeah, you can raise a son to be a man, now what you can do is provide for that kid and teach him the best you can, and he just grow up. But it's gonna be until a man comes into his life to sit down and say, look, son, that's not how you handle that. That's not how you do that. Let's try it a different way. And then it's going to be very hard, because it's hard to break habits once you done developed a whole lot of feminine ass ways, man. Soon as you done developed a lot of feminine ass ways, it's going to be hard to break that. It ain't until, look guys, it ain't until a woman has a son and he get married to a woman, or he in a relationship and a woman do something stupid like go out and have a baby, and the baby come to find out the baby ain't even his. Come to find out the baby ain't even his. And just say he been taking care of the baby. 9 times out of 10, his mama gonna say, well, you been taking care of this baby all this time for 5, 6, 7 years. You know, that baby has a bond with you. You and that kid has a bond, so you might as well. No, a man gonna step in and tell man, hell no. No, you ain't finna take care of that chick. The day you find out that kid ain't yours, man, cut that shit out, man. Cut it off, bro. Cut it off. Cause why? That ain't none of your responsibility. Now, I'm not telling you to just cut the kid off. Man, if you want to come by, you know, and sit down and talk to you, man, get some advice, you know, every now and then you help them out, man, but that ain't none of your responsibility. See, a father gonna step in and tell you that. Women, they gonna come in and look at it from a woman's point of view, from an emotional point of view. Now, whoever had the kid is responsible for the kid. Whoever had the kid is responsible, because you shouldn't have started off lying in the first place, because then you become the victim. You become the victim of a child that's not yours. And whether the woman intended to do that or whether she didn't intend to do that, intent don't matter to the victim. So hell no, father gonna step in and his point of view is gonna be from a man's point of view. Or a man gonna step in. If the guy don't even have a father, a man will step in if he accepts his advice and let the guy know, no, we ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. So that's all I'm telling you, man. And a lot of people gonna argue me down. I've been argued. I don't mind. I'm gonna stand on what I say. Women cannot raise boys to men. Point blank. Anyway, man, like I like to leave y'all, man. To all the guys, the reason why I created this channel is to help the guys out there that's struggling. To let them know that, guys, man, it's somebody pulling for you, man. Trust me, you got more women that adore you, that's a fan of yours than you realize. Don't let that one woman, man, put a dark cloud over your parade. Don't let that woman put you in a funk just because, you know, she up and done you some kind of way and you know that it's not right. She know that it's not right. Don't let it ruin your whole life, man. Just keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Keep on taking one step and putting one foot in front of the other. And I promise you guys, it's gonna be all right, man. Anyway, I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.